Alright guys, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my latest racing video running my Team Associated B74.2 at Bury Metro Radio Controlled Car Club BRCA Regional Round 5. This is the last regional of the summer. Basically in this day we're just concentrating on learning to drive this car, so let's see who we're up against. So here we go, we've got Gareth Hunt on pole, Chloe Ward second, Carl Harker third, Ethan Swinton 4th, Mike Ward 5th, Gareth Morgan in 6th, me 7th and Chris Long down in 8th. Fingers when you're racing against four-wheel drive, you're always up against experienced drivers. You don't tend to get many like juniors or newcomers. I know Chloe's a junior, but she's been racing for a long time, so it's always a bit do or die in four-wheel drive, always up against a higher pedigree of drivers. But let's jump into qualifying and see how we got on. And here we go. In qualifying 1, Chris Long was quickest, Ethan Swinton 2nd, Gareth Hunt 3rd, Mike Ward 4th, Carl Harker 5th, me 6th, Gareth 7th and Chloe down in 8th. So yeah, we got a fastest lap of 26.90 and our best 10 was 28.60, so about two seconds or so deficit between our best, so we want to try and dial that down. Just learning the car, learning how to approach corners, that's what we're aiming for. Try and get ourselves as best as possible prepared for Robin Hood. So qualifying 2, Chris Long dominated again, so that's going to put him, if he continues, in a good position in the final. But Chris Long was quickest, Mike Ward 2nd, Gareth Hunt 3rd. I managed to climb up to 4th, Ethan Swinton was 5th, Carl Harker 6th, Chloe Ward was 7th and Gareth, he didn't run, down in 8th. So our fastest lap wasn't as quick, but neither was our best 10. So we were slightly off the pace, but everybody else seemed to have a bad one, so that placed us 4th in qualifying 2. So qualifying round 3 looked like it was a good one. Chris Long was fastest again, Ethan 2nd, Gareth Hunt 3rd, Mike Ward 4th. I managed to finish 5th, Carl Harker 6th, Chloe Ward 7th and Gareth Morgan down in 8th. So our fastest lap was pretty impressive at 25.81. Still a lot off the pace compared to what Chris Long was managing to knock out, and our best 10 was the best yet. So yeah, good result in qualifying 3. Yeah, so middle of the pack's kind of like where we're finishing, and in qualifying round 4, Chris Long was quickest again, Mike Ward consecutively getting 2nd, Gareth Hunt 3rd, Ethan Swinton 4th, me 5th, Carl Harker in 6th, Chloe Ward in 7th and Gareth down in 8th. So our quickest lap wasn't a bad one, but was still over 3 seconds slower than Chris Long. So Chris Long is kind of like another level. Our best 10 wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's about just over a second and a half off our best 10 and our best lap. But hopefully that will put us in a higher final that we're usually getting into. We're aiming to not end up in the bottom final, so let's see if we've achieved it. And here we go guys, we've been bumped up from economy into first class, so we'll be flying with the premium races. So we have Richard Dewhurst on pole, Steve Compton 2nd, Ethan Swinton 3rd, Neil Canavan on 4th, Adrian Speed 5th, Chris Chariot in 6th, Chris Taylor in 7th, Mike Ward in 8th, Gareth Hunt in 9th and us at the back of the pack starting 10th. So main objectives, kind of like to stay out the way. We're not going to really get a good result unless we define the laws of probability, but yeah, we've just got to stay out of our way, everyone's way, and have our own race. See how we do this. Let's do this. Here we go, starting right at the back. This is going to be a very hard lesson. These guys are next level, soon get lapping. So yeah, go into the first corner, someone crashes out, make up a position, make up another position. Nice through that first corner. Over then that bumpy section, another car crashes out, so everyone's kind of like gunning it a little bit. Mistakes to be made, but in the early stages of the race can still recover. So we've got a car on my tail, I run a bit wide, have a bit of an argy-bargy down the steps, setting up the straight, able to get a bit through speed through that section. Oh yeah, we get too much speed and traction roll.
It's car 2 followed by car 1,
So,
followed by car 4.
Lesson here is not to push. Once you start making mistakes, don't push, because you'll just make more and more. So up, down the straight. Last race of the day. Everyone's starting to pack up. Awesome event this at Bury. Always a good day's racing here. Difficult track to master. Always lesson in how to drive. These guys are just consistent lap after lap after lap.
So, Steve Foxter, followed by Rick Stewart, and then Radio Controlled.
So see if we can start practicing now. Get corners. Running a bit wide on a few of them now.
Roll from second place. Rick Stewart after it.
Guys in front very much pulling away.
The new race order is Steve Thompson, Neil Knarf and Chris Taylor, Richard Jewell.
We're going to try and get in the 27s at least. Lap 3 was a 27.86. Have a good sector, good couple of corners there. Yeah, so we're not in last, but it's only a matter of time before they start reeling me in. You're not playing with the kids in this classroom. There we go, I get stuck on the piping. Lap 5 is a slow one, 29.49.
So the outside points, Steve Thompson, Richard Jewell, Chris Taylor.
A lot of traction rolling, giving it too much beans. Yes, I've got a couple of tips. Some of the 4-wheel drives, they reckon my suspension's a bit too soft. But how I've been driving with this 4-wheel drive, I've been kind of like rolling around every corner and carrying too much speed. What you need to do is zip, 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 belt it into a corner, slam on the brakes, drag it round, keeping the speed down, then 4 wheels are just going to make your traction roll and then blasting out. So it's on, off, totally opposite of what I've learned to drive my 2-wheel drive, so it's a bit of a culture shock. So letting these guys pass, don't want to get in their way. See how long I can keep up with them for. They're just pulling out fractions every corner. Yeah, so just got lapped. Lap 7 was a slow one, 31.89. Hopefully someone maybe retires. We get bumped up from that last spot. But yeah, if I would have qualified a bit lower, I think we would have got a good result. The final blow, there's only 4 cars in it, so pretty good percentage. I could have got a good result. But there's no point sandbagging, you want to try your best in every corner. A few people try 4-wheel drive and then give up because they find it too difficult, but I am determined that I'm going to do this. So yeah, lap 9 was a 26.97. The fastest lap so far, so it is capable. I just need to do it lap after lap after lap, and at this speed it is very hard. There we go, lap 10's my fastest lap so far, 26.14. Oh, there, the front runners having a tussle. Let's get this last lap done. Around we go for 26.53. So the last 3 laps we done alright, we just need to do that all the time. Every turn of the wheel we're learning something new. It's all about being hard schooled. So on to the results. Richard won it with 12 laps and a fastest lap of 24.07. Steve Compton was second with 12 laps and a fast lap of 24.46. Neil was third with 12 laps and a fast lap of 24.39. Adrian Speed was fourth with 12 laps and a fast lap of 25.05. So the first four runners got 12 laps. Chris Taylor was fifth with 11 laps and a fast lap of 23.83. Gareth Hunt was sixth with 11 laps and a fast lap of 24.75. Mike Ward was seventh with 11 laps and a fast lap of 24.85. Chris Cherry was eighth with 11 laps and a fast lap of 24.58. And Ethan was ninth with 11 laps and a fast lap of 24.09. And I was 10th with a fastest lap of 26.14. So yeah, best 10 and my best lap, a couple of seconds in it. But from me finishing 10th and the guy in 5th does 15 seconds, but on a track that's like 25 seconds, that's practically half a lap, so that's a lot of time to make up. Yeah, so positive, done alright to make it into a higher final. All we've got to do now is work on our driving style and get our consistency. So this time next year, boys, we'll be millionaires. As always, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Oh yeah.